Hello friends, welcome to Charya's Kitchen. Wow, what is this? Is this urud dal vada by any chance? No, it is not urud dal vada. It is a spicy masala donut which is quite famous in Bangalore but only in few areas. It is a spicy donut like I said, and you can see all the spices spread over here. The color and the texture is beautiful. Let me open it and show you how it really looks inside. It is soft and spongy like the khara bun which we get in Bangalore, local, the bakeries. It is a very easy recipe and it tastes delicious. Let me show what are all the ingredients which we need for this. I have taken all-purpose flour. You can take even maida too. For this, to prepare the masala, we need very little ingredients. We need onions, which is chopped very thin. You can even use spring onions, ginger, very little, coriander leaves, the cilantro and the green chilies. I have all chopped in very small, same consistency. And I have taken yeast, water and salt. So the next ingredients which we need are the milk powder. Instead of milk powder, you can even use milk, like 2 to 3 teaspoons of it, sugar, and this is baking powder, and this is butter. You can use margarine or shortening or dalda, that whatever you prefer. The ingredients which I have taken is very minimal here, and this is 250 grams of flour, and this whole mix pretty much can make 15 big sized donuts. And for the liquid ingredient here, I have taken just 1 egg, which we will be using it for the binding purpose, and this is oil for frying. We would be using very little, and we don't need much oil for this. So now let me mix all these ingredients and we will sieve it here. Milk powder, sugar, baking powder. We will just incorporate all of this together, and meanwhile let me add half of the water to the yeast here and save the rest half. Once after adding water, just give a very small stir to the yeast, and I'm going to add the salt here to the water because salt sometimes takes a lot of time to dissolve well, so that is the reason we didn't add it with the flour. So now transfer this bowl of flour to the parchment paper. And meanwhile, I am going to use and beat this butter with my hand mixer or the whisk, whichever you want. I just don't want any lump. This is very little butter I have taken here. It is hardly 2 to 3 tablespoons of it. And I have taken only 1 hand whisk here, so that because it is easy to mix because the butter is too small in quantity. And even you can use your hand instead of the whisk. It is really for the time saving purpose. Now I have beaten the butter well here, and I am going to add the flour. Here we are going to use a very different technique while mixing this flour. We are just going to hold it and rub it. It is like a rubbing the flour and butter mixture. So this is how you should do, and you can mix it very well like this. And we are not going to knead it like the chapati or the dough in the wrist or the palm of our hands. The texture really makes a lot of difference. You can see now that the flour is completely mixed with the butter, and it is not greasy and it is grainy in texture. This will give us very airy, light, spongy donut. And I'm going to follow the same technique now, and I'm going to add egg to this. You can do this completely in hands. I am going to do it with this hand whisk, and you can see now after mixing in the bottom, there is nothing sticking here. It is completely clean and it is completely grainy. Now after mixing, I am going to add the yeast. And after that is water along with the salt. You can add egg along with water too. To show you the difference of the mixing with the whisk and the handheld mixer and the hand, I am showing you mixing it with hand. It looks dry as of now, but once it starts coming around to a shape as a ball, you will see that it will be completely glass wiped clean bowl. So it will come to the form. If you again feel much drier, add water in droplets, like take 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoon to it to the maximum and mix it. So now after kneading, the yeast has started working and the eggs also helps it to kind of bind very well. It has come to a very nice ball, and you can see it is glass wipe clean here. It took pretty much 8 to 10 minutes. The whisk just helps and makes your job easier. It feels like a tight dough, but it will become spongy, so you can roll it like this, and we are going to completely cover it with a cling wrap. Before that, I am going to apply some oil to it so that the dough doesn't get dried up. So just check how you feel it. If you feel it is too wet or dry, if it is too dry, just take oil like this, rub it to your hands and cover it all around the dough. So this is optional. It just becomes more pliable if you feel the dough is drier. So once you cover it all like this, just do a cling wrap. I'm covering it with cling wrap just to show you the difference of its bulginess. Meanwhile, here I'm going to do the masala for it, and I'm going to let that rest for 30 minutes. Take oil and add chilies when the oil is hot. Once it's spluttering, now add the ginger and the onions. Saute it well, and once it turns like this, turn off the flame and add the coriander leaf, cilantro. Mix it well and let this cool completely and come to room temperature before you add it to the dough. We don't want to cook the dough there. So now it is 30 minutes up, and you can see that it is kind of slightly swollen up. Let me show you the texture of how it feels. You can see it is holding on my hand's print, and you can check the elasticity here when I pull it. We have little oil here too. Even this will help the dough to soften up well. Again, now mix this. It might look oily now, but now it will completely work and soften up because of the yeast and the moisture we have provided. Again, cover it up in the same way with the cling wrap. I'm using the previous time one. So after 10 minutes, you can see now it has started to bulge up. So I'll lift it up here. You can see it is completely, you can check the work of the yeast. It has become very spongy, and I can feel its lightness, and it is having that, elastic kind of consistency. Now I am not going to knead this. I am just going to put some flour on the the board, that whichever you are using, and just put on top so that it just doesn't stick to the rolling pin. We don't want too much flour. If you do so, the oil will become cloudy. So just circle it round like this and knead it like your regular dough. We are not going to flip it up and down. Just roll it like say 1/4 inch of it, so not more bigger than that, because it is going to swell up more and it is going to become little more bigger, and all the herbs and spices has spread out very well. And let me now show you how to use with the cutters. I have taken a measuring cup. We just need one small and one big kind of a cutting. So I have taken piping tips just to show you the difference. You can use any. So one small, when I say this is the cupcake cutter. Cut it like this. We just want this shape. You can use any lids of your steel boxes, or even you can use the glasses, the steel glasses. I'm just showing you an option of what and all can be used to cut it. I am using piping tips and measuring cups. So remove the excess dough, and I am going to again knead this the same way I did, and I'm going to make some more donuts out of this. Now the dough is very soft, and it might lose shape if I keep juggling a lot. So I'm going to transfer this to a parchment paper. I have got the oil to heat up, and like this is very soft, and it will cook in 2 turns, or to the max is 4. It doesn't take much time to cook. Heat up oil with a high flame, and once you drop the donuts, lower the flame. And you can see here, just after one flip, one turn, it has all turned very good golden brown in color. You have to give full attention here. If you just go like out of the stove, this might really pretty much burn up very fast. So if you want more color, you can flip it 4 times, but 4 times is the max. 2 is better. So our hot donuts are ready. I hope you like the video. Please do subscribe to Charya's Kitchen for more detailed videos, tips and tricks. Thank you.